Okay, so this is an area that is a trial. It's just an open area next to the road. It has a lot of clay, and the low spots, as you can see, are quite wet when it rains. So I wondered how much or what would grow up here and what would get into it. So as you can see, that's quite a mess over in there. This is where they had their woods yard when the woods crew was here. So I have tried, and there's some cucumber plants. I planted on the mounds, not in the low-lying areas. There's a pumpkin and a cucumber. Pumpkin and cucumber. Pumpkin and cucumber. There's 5 mounds on this side and just cucumber there. But I've got cucumbers there, behind it, over there, and a few over that way. And in where it was wet, where it was, if there was a crack like this, I put a wormhole or a deer place where a deer stepped when it was wet. I put a bean seed. See right there, bean seed in a deer track. Bean seed. Bean seed. I just scattered them all in through here. So, and about every 3 days I plant some more bean. I've got a lot of old bean seed, and they got mixed up because I dumped the whole box by mistake. They got mixed up, and a lot of the beans are a variation of pole and bush, so they look quite a bit alike. So as you can see here, that looks like a violetto. Some of these are bush, some of these are pole beans, and I just dug a trench and just threw the seed in there. I am not kidding. I didn't bother spacing them out, because usually the deer clean them up about as fast as I can plant them. So every 2 or 3 days I plant some more. There's some more there. So I know there's some right there. So I know, and here, see, it looks like I just took a handful. Looks like I just took a handful, and I probably did. Threw them there. They're scattered everywhere. Another one there. There. They were all in through here for the deer to browse, and they are browsing. So I did this for one, to see if anything would grow over here, and if it did, what would grow, because this is all open. Bakes over here. This gets full sun all day long. And to see if anything grew, what would come and eat it. Well, they ate the sunflowers. The deer ate the sunflowers. And they're also nibbling on the beans. There's some more beans. I'm telling you, I just threw them, tossed them anywhere. Anywhere and everywhere. To see what would grow, what wouldn't grow. what the soil was like over here to grow in case times got really hard. And if you have an open spot or can create an open spot, see what will grow now before you absolutely have to grow your own food. See, there's some more beans. They're just scattered. They're just scattered in through here. So far everything is looking really good. The color of the plants are magnificent. But it gets, like I said, it gets full sun. And when it rains, it just pools up and then slowly evaporates away. Slowly seeps. So I come up here and I water, which is what I'm doing tonight. I've got my water canister that I haul around with me and some good old compost. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to water the plants. There's another row of beans that were just planted, I don't know, 4 days ago. Planted on Monday. And I've planted on this high spot 3 or 4 times. And no matter what I plant here, nothing grows. Doesn't even come up, folks. So I'm walking in a rut. And the same with this one here. Planted several times. Nothing's coming up except for one real sad looking sunflower. And there's a deer track. So I'm up here enough so if they did come up, I would see that they came up, even if the deer came and nibbled them off, but there's no evidence of that at all. So for some reason, nothing likes that soil right there. So this is stuff that you really don't know until you try, right? And you might as well try ahead of time when you can take the time to experiment. And not when you need to rely on it to grow food to eat. That good compost? That is really good compost. Yeah. So I'm going to water. I am going to put some compost down. I'm going to put it down as a mulch. So when it does rain, it'll wash the nutrients down. Because they're looking pretty good without anything. So I know the soil isn't bad over here. But it's bad. It's bad where I just came from. No soil tests, folks. I didn't do any soil tests. I just took some seeds and plopped them in. So far, the cucumbers, the pumpkin, and the beans really like growing over here. The sunflower did, but the deer liked the sunflower. So I know it wouldn't be any good unless you put a fence up to plant sunflower here. Compost, I will wash some of that in. There's 2 plants here. I already watered before I put the compost down. But that'll help keep it moist, the compost. And as it rains, it'll wash the nutrients down in the ground. So that's good.